We're looking at the character here which has the core meaning of school building or schoolhouse, and we're going to be using it to write the generic word school, but also primary school and middle school, which we also know as junior high school. And finally, we're going to be using it to write senior high school or high school and senior high school student or high school student. Let's have a look at what it used to look like in ancient times in China. Here you can see the characters from about 2,000 years ago. On the left-hand side, that element there is a tree, and you can see the branches going up and the branches going down. And on the right-hand side, have a look at that right-hand side, that element means to intermingle or to mix together. Let's have a look at the stroke order for this character. The element on the left-hand side, which is a tree, you should be familiar with that. That goes across, down, left branch, and right branch. Then on the right-hand side is the element which means to intermingle or to mix. On top, it's identical to the number 6. So down, across, left stroke, right stroke, and underneath we have what I like to think of as the children's crossed legs. So 1, 2. So we've got wooden or a tree on the left, and then on the right hand intermingle, which looks to me like 6 children with their legs crossed. Now, of course, these characters are from ancient China, but in Japan, traditionally, the buildings are made of wood, including the school buildings. So if we think of a school building as made from wood, that's the tree on the left, and inside there are 6 children sitting with their legs crossed. And we have ko, meaning school building or schoolhouse. Now, these are the words we can actually write using ko, and we begin with the word for primary school, or shōgakko. We start with the kanji meaning small, so down in the middle, optional tick, left and right, that's that man standing with his arms close in, meaning small. Then we move to gaku, there's the knowledge or the learning on top, the top of the school roof, and the child underneath being educated. That's his arms. And then finally we have to add the school building, the element on the left being tree or wood, and then 6 children with their legs crossed. And there we have shōgakko, or primary school. We also use this character to write middle school or junior high school, and we begin on the left with that kanji meaning middle, crossing all the way round on the right for our second stroke, finish it off left to right, and a line right through the middle. Then we have again learning. It's our roof. There's our child's head, body, arms, and finally we have the school building, beginning with the element on the left meaning wood or tree, then the 6 children with crossed legs, and that gives us chūgakko, middle school or junior high school. Next we have senior high school or high school, and that's ko. On the left hand side we have the tall tower, meaning high or tall, and we begin by popping the chimney on the top of the roof, and we do the roof all the way across. We do the window on the first floor, down on the left, across and all the way around on the right, close our square from left to right. Finally we do the wall on the left hand side, that's our ground floor. There's the floor there above and the wall on the right hand side. And finally we have our window on the ground floor, and that gives us ko, meaning high. And then of course we have to add our wooden school building, and that gives us ko, or senior high school. high school. And finally we have senior high school student or high school student. And this one, again, we do the chimney on top, window on the first floor, ground floor wall, across and all the way around optional tick, window on the ground floor. And then, unlike primary school and middle school, our second character is not the character for learning, but the character actually for school building. There's our 6 children with their legs crossed. And finally we're going to add our kanji with the core meaning of alive, and that stands for the student, and that gives us say, senior high school student, high school student.